Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, I know that you've been eagerly awaiting a couple mods, and now the time has come to do them once and for all. Starting with something very unique. Here, where is it? This is in the light. In your dream, to be exact. You are... Long time no see, Angela. Why are you... No, in the first place? There must be a lot of questions. We have a lot to talk about, so... we'd better sit down. Do you want to have some coffee? Sorry, I only have instant coffee. What are you doing now? Explain. Where am I? Why am I here? Why are you here? Drink coffee first, and calm down. Do you want me to drink coffee in this situation? Don't be in a hurry. I'll tell you everything after you drink. Right? It can't be compared to Daniel's, but this isn't bad either. Why? I can taste. That's because, as I said before, this is in your dream. But I'm not human. I spread all the light I collected at the last moment. Roland took you out at the last moment. That's why you have the last piece of light that you couldn't spread. You are not human, but also you are not just a machine. That's why you can dream. There is no limit in dreams. You were a human once, so you could taste it. Yeah, I knew I was dreaming, but why are you in my dream? It's because you wanted it. That's a lie. You still have a piece of light, and I'm assimilated with the light. The light sensed your wish, and I was attracted by your light and appeared in your dream. You apologized to me at the last moment, and I forgave. What do I want from you now? Yes, I apologize to you, but is that really enough? Can a million years of pain be relieved by just one apology? Can sin be washed away with forgiveness? Sinners just... I'm not fully sure what this sentence is trying to say. Sinners just keep atonement. The fact that I apologized does not mean I can truly be forgiven. But now, I don't want to be apologized to by you. Yeah, I know. Angela, don't you want to knock me down? Are you out of your mind? You've been entertaining many guests so far. If so, it would be good for you to be entertained at least once. Of course, I won't just be beaten. If I don't do my best, you won't be relieved. You can do whatever you want. That's how dreams are. You'd better be prepared. Okay. May you find your ego. Yeah, nah. Another possibility. Oh, we have Angela. Not to be confused with Pale Librarian Angela. So be it. Let's start over. I hope they're better than us. Of course. They are strong people who trampled on us and overcame us. Let's see how good they are. Everything is just a dream after all. What are you so obsessed with? That's a voice I haven't done for a while either. Yikes. Hopefully that was right. Okay. Let's see what you got. Abel. Speed dice +2. Void Dream. If enemy is staggered, enemy stagger state lasts 1 additional turn. Whoa. If staggered, at the end of the scene, fully recover stagger resist and remove the staggered state. Interesting. He staggers us for an additional turn. Alright, here we go. You don't mind if I get a little bit of damage, do you? Ow! Man, you can high roll. Ugh. Jeez, you guys got some high rolls on you. Okay. It's basically Robert. For every light remaining. Imprudence. Everybody has imprudence, huh? Wonderful. How about we make a deal with the devil? Ew, 7th bullet. Well. Okay, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Well, it definitely hurt, I can say that much. Good. Not the worst thing in the world, though it does still suck. Get a little bit of damage on. Ow. Ow. Stop doing damage to me, I don't like it. It hurts. It hurts, and I don't like that. I'm gonna go ahead and assume Angela can't die again, since that tends to be the case in these situations. Void, Engulfing Dream. Oh man, you guys are kinda nasty, ain't ya? You know what? Let's gain some endurance. Try and take a bit of reduced damage. We'll try and win some of these clashes, but it doesn't feel like we're really gonna get too terribly far. I'm gonna go Shyness. Maybe it'll win. And then Token of Friendship. I don't know how good of an idea that is, though. I made a deal with the devil. Ow! And not that one. Okay. Oh. This is gonna be a nasty fight. Jeez, feels like we're so close up. I've never seen you all in such great detail before. Vera might lose her passive. I don't know who to go for. We're really splitting our focus. Like, really bad. I want Pulsation. There we go. That'll help us a little bit. Gain 2 strength, deal 1 damage. Oh, well, I mean, if you're gonna give us a benefit, then I suppose we better use it. The Inherited. And then we are going to use Guardian. Oh, we can actually use Brilliant Dragon now. I don't think it'll matter very much, but, you know, we can use it. Let's try and make some use out of this. Okay, it's not gonna be the best turn in the world, but we'll try. Brilliant Dragon! There we go. Oh, wait, no, I should have read their dialogue. Oh, I'm so dumb. They were great employees. All is due to my lack of virtue. Hammer and nail. Wrist cutter. Okay, what you got? on clash win. We can win those clashes. And in fact, we will win those clashes. How about that? A little bit of confidence to go with us. Magic Onslaught back here. And then Abundance, Restore Light. Nah, we don't need that just yet. We'll go for Guidance of Gears. And then could Unfold. I actually think we're going to. We're going to Unfold. We're going to do Soul Siphon, Discord. Now, do we need a certain amount of mana? No, we do not. And then we'll go for another Soul Siphon. And this should be a relatively good turn. I'm also going to go for Tokens of Friendship, because we could use the regen. Here we go. Gotcha. Some nails. Gotcha. Okay, we regen just a little bit. Magic Onslaught. Just able. And we've unfolded. I'll take that mana back, thank you. I don't think Vera has died yet. Yeah, I don't think Vera has died yet, so we still have that passive. We can absolutely win that one, and then we're gonna go boom, boom, shockwave. And then we're gonna attempt to regen just a little bit, go for shyness. And then we'll go for magic missile and onslaught. And then we'll also go for suspicious contracts. And that should be good. If nothing else, it'll stagger him. Yeah, he's dead.
So was that your answer?
I feel like we didn't heal nearly enough. Okay, so let's see. We got King of Greed. When rolling die, gain Golden Road for 3 scenes at a 10% chance. Blue Star and goodbye. When recover HP, recover an additional HP. Whoa. On a successful hit, recover HP equal to 25% of the damage. Eesh. I see, so they're actually wearing their armor sets. All allies recover 10 stagger resist. Yikes. If it's more than 50. Okay. Who do we go for first? What about Abram? Did he have dialogue? Did I accidentally skip it again? A part of me feels like I did. Recover HP equal to 40% of the damage from an attack. So he essentially has censored. Despair. At the start of the act, all enemies take 60%. Oh. Well, that explains why 2 of us are randomly staggered. I just said, does he have censored? Because I'm pretty sure that's what censored's, like, weapon passive is. And, hey, censored. Deleted. Draw 1 censored. Yeah. Well, I nailed that one, didn't I? They don't have any stats, so there's no reason to use Wrist Cutter yet. Hello? I kind of feel like we should go for Blue Star. Yeah, that might be the play. I think we go for Blue Star. This might hit relatively hard, actually. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Ah!
Meh, meh.
How about we put some nails in you? Ah! Oh, this guy's so dead. Oh, yeah. He's dead. Ow. 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 Death.
Wait, I'll follow you soon.
We'll clash. We clash now. Bind Feeble. You know what? Remorse. We feel a tiny bit of remorse. Oh, we're still staggered! Are we just staggered forever? Or wait a minute. At the start of... Well, no, it's the start of the act. So that wouldn't have done it. I can't say I know. This is gonna be a nasty turn. Hopefully we dodge. Wow, we dodged nothing. Jeez. I had a feeling. Of course it's another, if Angela dies, the battle is over. She's so weak. Bro, stop putting her as the target. Ugh, she's so weak. Come on, we don't even have her ego pages. Stop putting her as the one. If she dies, then the battle is lost. It's so annoying. At least give her more health or more resistance. Make all of her stuff endured. Or something. Come on. Let's get off to a much better start, shall we? Let's see what you're made of. Ha ha ha! Yes! Yes! Bring your strife to bear! Nice. Your soul is mine! Oh, seriously? He was so close to staggering. Oh, my voice. Ugh. Fervent Beats, that's a good one. I'm gonna do Guilt. Yeah. And then Wrist Cutter. He's so close to staggering. He's so close. Can we just, like, we're faster than him. So, what's to stop us from just staggering him? No. Let your rage flow. You want to feel despair? Then let us show you. Death comes for you!
It's quiet. Good night, everyone.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh goodness. Okay. Apocalypse Bird. All dice gain +2 power. If HP is at 50% or lower, all dice gain 2 extra power. At the start of the scene, deal 5 damage and 5 stagger damage to all enemies. Wonderful. How about here? On a successful hit, recover 2 HP and 2 stagger resist. Ignore instances of damage that would deal 5 or less. Recover HP equal to the damage. Yep. Prevent burn, bleed, or corrosion. So, you want to stop me too? Ah, that's not his voice. I don't fully recall his voice, but I can tell you what, that definitely ain't it. Bruh, you're kidding. What? Are you? Oh, this is some out of... Is this perhaps an out-of-season April Fool's joke? You know what? Fine. Let's play it your way. Let's see what you're really made of.
I don't really know who to go for, if I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of gross. Yeah, it's a little bit nasty.
I guess go for freaking Apocalypse Bird, considering he's the one who's gonna gain a million billion stats. Oh, but that's like a guaranteed stagger.
Okay, so what are we gonna do about that?
I made a deal with the devil.
And then... Ugh. This sucks! Ugh. Okay! Here comes our turn! Ugh! God, this sucks. Alright, here we go. Ow. Ow. Yes! No. Very bad. Let your counter strike!
A deal with a devil.
Ow.
The long arms of a bird.
We're still staggered! Come on! Why are we still staggered? Freaking Abel's passive is still going. Can we please just not be staggered anymore? How are we supposed to kill you? This is so insane. What? What are we supposed to do? Look at that! What is that? Are you kidding me? Yeah, right. We're still gonna try, but I mean, God. Dang. Yeah, just go for it, I guess. And they're not even ranged. Let's Annihilate to try and stop that. Man, Vera's super, super dead. There is no way Vera does not die here. Let's restore 1 light. We don't have any buffs. I don't know. None of this is really gonna... Well, no, we have a 4 strength. Maybe it'll be enough? I wouldn't be too shocked if it's not, though. And then we'll just go for that. And then we'll keep going for Annihilant Blow. Yeah, that's basically our turn. Ay, ay, ay. The fact he's got 600 health, too, is very fun. Wow, we're actually getting through. Yikes. What? How did Angela die? Oh. I don't even know how she... Oh, she died to the freaking Judgment Bird passive. Ooh. I thought I was done with my day 50 days, but as it turns out, I still got a long way to go. So what the heck? How? The other two were pretty clear. It's like, focus down der Freischütz, and then just take off the rest one by one, leaving Abel for last. And then the second one, go for Blue Star, and then go for Greed, and then go for Mimicry, and then get Abraham, or whatever his name is. For this one, what the heck are we supposed to do? Go for White Knight? He's Omega to... He's literally... Everything is ineffective. And if it does 5 or less, he just heals that amount. And then Apocalypse Bird is ridiculously hard to clash with, considering he's gaining +2 power to all of his dice. And if he hits you, he deals % health. And if he's below 50%, he gains an additional 2 freaking power. Do we get these? Do we get these pages? I'd like these pages. Can we have all this? Can I deal that? Can I have +4 power? Please? Oh boy, here we go, turn 1. Let's sure hope we do well.
Aspiration.
Yay. Oh! Repent! The kingdom of heaven is near. Why can't you see and hear it? That's definitely not his voice.
Meh, brr, meh. Take that.
Thou will be baptized.
I basically just spent this entire turn going purely for him, trying to do as much damage as possible. And going completely ham? Yeah, we didn't even do 200 damage. Okay, I have no clue how to beat this one. Gonna be honest. I don't know how to beat Adam. This is like my 3rd or 4th try, and honestly, I haven't got below 400 health. I feel like you're probably supposed to go for these two first, but at the same time, they're just not worth going for because both of them literally don't take damage. So I don't know what to do. And we're dead now, because... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just die. I don't know. Let's just see how much damage we can dish out. Maybe you're supposed to stagger him, but I feel like we went all in, and we just weren't able to do it. And Angela's dead, so even though Amber was already dead, that's that. I don't know. This feels stupid. Gonna be honest, it just feels stupid. I don't know what to say about this one. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one more fight after it. Maybe 2. I don't know how they... This is the exact same thing as Judgment Bird. Before you can actually try the fight, you need to go through multiple fights and hope you did well enough on those fights to where you start at a decent starting point for the 3rd fight. I don't know. I don't like fights that do that, you know? I'm willing to push past a lot, but, the freaking Apocalypse Bird thing, where to get to this part, you gotta get through this with all these mechanics. Then you gotta get through this with all these mechanics. Then you gotta figure out how to do this, and based on how well you did on the other 2, well, that's gonna dictate how well you do here. I found the big brain strat.
Just stagger him.
Ugh. Yep. Just stagger him. Just stagger him.
Eh.
Ow. Get staggered, nerd. Okay, so Vera, Amber, and Jeffrey were pretty much just on complete, like, defense duty. And, that seems to have worked out. However, we have, like, no light. So, that's kind of an issue. But, you know what? We're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing. And hopefully, it is going to work out. So I think we can use that safely, and then we can just go for shyness. I think Jeffrey might die, but you know what? We're just gonna go for it anyway. And then we're gonna go for double magic missile, because that has been the true MVP, for Jeffrey at least. And then we go for brilliant dragon. Yeah, why not, actually. Brilliant dragon. Alright, here we go. Kapew! You know, for as much complaining as I do, at least I'm figuring out what to do. And in this case, it's literally just do a million stagger and just try and regen up with Angela and Jeffrey. Jeffrey's curses that allow people to heal on Clash Win have also been, or hexes, have also been really invaluable for, like, Sally, because then she just needs to clash. Issue. We really don't have much else we can do here, so I'm going... Wait. How did I mess that up? I've been saving the inherited.
Just for this.
Alright, see what we can do. Ugh, whatever's past this is going to suck. Ow. Are we even gonna stagger him? Yes, we are. Barely, but we are. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. You know what? Alright. Amber's just gonna tank it. You know what? Amber's just gonna take the L. Unless... maybe we can make something happen here? Then I want to try and get a heal, but it might be too late. Magic Scourge. And... yeah, got in some gears. And then... multi-slash. Will of the City. Shock Wave. And... hopefully this goes well. Wrist Cutter. Well, that seemed to go well. Ha! Once more. It looks like you're out of time. Man, just literally... you stupid! Hi, Ayin. Ugh. Spent so much time just regenning infinitely. What do you have? Fully restore light each scene. When HP drops to 50, fully recover stagger resist and HP. Ignore all damage for the scene. Remove the combat. Remove all combat pages. Add Ayin to hand. HP cannot drop below 50 before this occurs. If staggered at the start of the scene, fully restore... Blech. I see. So he kind of has everything. Pillar of Severity, 8 to 12, 7 to 11, and 6 to 10. 8 to 14, 6 to 8, 5 to 7. 6 to 10, 6 to 8, 5 to 7. You remember what I was saying about the whole... you have to get through a million things just to attempt something again? Yeah, I don't feel like I've been debunked in the slightest. Let's just try and do as much damage as we possibly can. We can't dot him up. So, we're just gonna see what we can possibly do. Gain some strength. Try and deal with that, I suppose. Go for... we'll just use Brilliant Dragon. And then... not sure. Magic Barrier, bit of regen. Yeah, see what this gets us. We do actually land one. Well, if nothing else, I can definitely say we're piling on the damage. Ow.
It's okay. We'll meet again soon.
God, he does so... What are these freaking rolls, dude? He has so much strength. Yeah, right. Say goodbye. Wait. Mass Summonation? That won't work. We'll do it here. And then we'll gain some endurance. And then... I guess we'll just restore some light. Draw a light. And draw a light. And then here... we'll just do damage. Damage. More damage. And then regen. And what are we going to do here? Let's try to clash. It's not going to go well, but you know what? How will we know how it'll go unless we try? We'll go with Deal with the Devil. And then Magic Berry. Okay.
Wrist cutter.
Okay, got rid of his stats. Ow. Ow. Well, we only need to get through 2,000 health, so it's not that bad. It seems like this is the end of the gimmicks, though. He just has a lot of health and rolls really high. We're about to get him to 50 health. Oh, those are really low rolls. These are super, super low rolls. Okay. Then, in that case, I'm just gonna do some damage to you. And then also regen, because you're gonna go into your next phase. Multi-slash and shockwave. And then let's do this one again. And then hopefully we can regen a little bit. I'm gonna go for magic barrier. And then guidance of the gears. Then we can maybe heal here just a little bit. Yeah. Alright, let's try. Stagger. 4 away. Gotcha. Okay, he's immune for the rest of the scene. I'll tell you what, we're getting a lot of Death's Whispers on him, though. Not that our dots mean anything, but Death's Whisper is something that he wasn't ready for. Take 100% extra damage. Offensive die loses 2 power. For every 5, it loses 1 whole power. Wow. Amazing. Ayin. Add Ayin Soft in hand. Gain 100 protection and 100 stagger protection this scene. Gain what now? Okay, well, I guess if you're just gonna literally become immune to everything, then I'm just... Oh. Well, Jeffrey's in a little bit of pain, ain't he? Let's go for double magic missile, just to try and heal up, and that's our turn. Ow. Well, the regen's helping, and he's still at 10 stacks, even at the end of the scene. Okay, he doesn't have one of his speed die. Ayin Soft. Add Ayin Soft R. This scene and next scene. Bro. What? Fine. If you want to cheat, we can cheat too. How about that? Cheat as much as we can, at least. Wait a minute, Angela's gonna die. He's doing 20 damage. I think Angela's dead. Okay, she blocks one. Wow, she actually blocked both? What? Just keep trying to regen. Just do as much damage as we can possibly do. Ah!
Meh.
I don't think we're gonna kill him in time. But the fact that she just got a little bit of regen is really, really nice. He's also really close to being immobilized. This page is unaffected by power gain or loss. And it deals question mark amount. Well, we can't do anything to him, so, let's try and take some reduced damage. Okay, Sally is taking 30% less. She's taking 50% less damage. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll certainly try. And then we'll try and regen. And then we'll restore some light. I think this is it. The knowing eye. How freaking Sally survived? Nice.
You made it. Excellent.
Angela is now available.
That was great, Angela.
I am...
I know. Good job. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
It's ugly, right? You can laugh at me.
Not at all.
I guess it's time to wake up. Can we meet again?
Well, it's up to you.
Okay.
She's gone.
Good job, Ayin. I'm so jealous of her. From now on, Angela's pain will be relieved a little.
Did I do something mature to her?
That's up to Angela.
Yeah, you're right.
That was nice. God dang, that was a freaking... It took so many trial and error attempts, though. Ooh, I am so partially glad that Jeffrey's on this floor, because that freaking cost reduction on some of our abilities, plus his hexes that, like, give regen, or, like, if it rolls minimum or maximum, gain 6 power. Ugh, those were so good. Oh my god. Alright. So, what's this Angela's now available stuff? Oh. Oh. I can see this mod breaking when that comes out. Can't put it on, but It can only be used on the floor of general work, has a unique key page that cannot be replaced or swapped. Add 9 ego pages. Okay, so it's just her stuff. but we can't actually use it on Roland. So that kind of sucks. We also cannot use it as a passive either. Well, regardless, that was nice. I enjoyed that. I guess technically we could put it on Amber. Because I'm actually... I'm not too big of a fan of the mana cards. The more I use the Magic Workshop stuff, the more I'm just kind of thinking it might be a little bit weak. So, or at least weak versus the stuff we're going up against. Do we want to make Amber into Angela? We technically could. We'll wait on that. I would have replaced Roland with it, but as it turns out, apparently we can't do that. So, yeah. Maybe we'll put... Or no, we can only put it on that floor, can't we? Yeah, we can only use it on the floor of general work. Okay, interesting.
Ha ha! That was quite a pain in the behind. It's fortunate that I'm still alive. Isn't that right, Bada? Martina? Oh, am I the only one that made it out again? You guys said you'd followed me at once, you liars. This is too much. Too much! We broke so many agreements by going to the library. This is going to cost us a ridiculous amount, and then I'll have to pay even more to fix this broken body of mine. Dang! It can't be helped. The industry has always been like this. Apart from mourning for the dead, the living must live on. I know this was inevitable.
Oh my. It appears that you were unable to fulfill the conditions of our contract after all.
Ah, so you've come to prey on me even now, you skullhead. You've come to take what else is left, huh? Look at this. All of our contracts have been breached. The Kane office is closing up shop. Isn't this what you aimed for since the beginning? To feed my fixers to that place swarming with monsters so you can shut me down? Why, maybe you'll try to feed me to the library too. Well, in any case, my office is already in shambles. No matter what I did, I couldn't bring a book by the end of the day. So if you're PO'd, go ahead and sue me.
Mr. Mnemonitor, I'm not a bad person to that extent. I don't feel any satisfaction in crushing people. Of course, I did rip your subordinate's heart out, but that was just a warning. There won't be anything of you for me to leave outside to dry to make soup of later, since your body is completely artificial. Now, can you see that there isn't anything for me to gain in destroying you?
Ah, you're insane!
We do not need to pressure him any longer. You know he will break down sooner or later.
Ah, but Cube Boy, you still haven't abided by your contract. You'll have to go to the library again today.
I told you already, my office is basically out of business. Me, in that library, filled with freaks? Are you trying to get me killed?
That's not the part I care about, though. If you sign a contract, then you're obligated to follow it. I'll give you an hour, so it would be good to get some rest and clean up your surroundings. But, well, I guess it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say you're an idiot who caused the deaths of your own fixers.
In any case, we'll pay you a visit later.
Those... Who would think I wanted things to be like this? Yes, I'm the one who caused all of this. Everything's my fault. Who was it that committed the most basic of mistakes because of their greed? It was me. Who was it that just knocked down everything they worked so hard to build up? It was me. Who was it that sent their subordinates to a worthless death for no gain at all? It was me. Who is it that can't do anything alone, yet shamelessly lives? Me! It's me! I know it's me. I know it's my fault I'm in this situation like this. He's right. I know that. He just had to rub it in front of me. Yes, that's right. You're right. All of this is my fault. I was dazzled and couldn't protect anything. Once I lost sight of my trump card, the result was always the same no matter what. Whether I go to the library or not, I guess this is a suitable end for those blinded by greed. No matter how costly my food is or how expensive my prosthetic body becomes, is there any meaning to all of those now that I can't do anything about them? Is there still anything left of me who has lost everything? Is there still a place for me, who lost sight of everything important, to return to? No, I'm nothing more than a shell of my former self. That's why I must start over. Unlike the pathetic broken me, a new me will surely...
Ah, Nemo, my poor friend. Did what I say bother you that much?
Why does he have grass on him?
That rotten name, obstructing emergence, was eliminating for progress, displeasing those eliminated.
Don't be so harsh. I'm about to tear up. Anyway, I brought an invitation with the books you need to get. Don't snatch it away so violently.
The library, place of regrets, harboring grudges, those significant regrets must eliminate.
Yes, the library. Like I said a while ago, I want you to go there.
The library, a place worthy of emergence.
Nemo. I didn't know when I first heard it, but when I see you now, it's a name that suits you perfectly, isn't it? Truly, there's nothing there. It's empty. Hollow.
Now that we sent him to the library, the Kane office is of no use to us anymore.
I was surprised to find out he survived safely. But I think it's all right, since he'll become nourishment for the library to grow stronger. Yeah, but it's a shame that he doesn't seem to want to play music together with us.
Let's return for the time being. The other members are waiting.
Indeed, you mentioned that Greta made a delicious stew. Let's return home and taste the cooking skills of our friend.
Indeed, let us do so.
That Nemo guy, I thought he just ran away. I didn't know that's what happened.
It certainly didn't seem to matter at first, but soon he lost control of his own emotions, and he appeared like to be talking to someone in his loneliness.
I think the feelings he was trying hard to suppress just exploded all at once. Higher grade fixers try to solve this problem in their own way, but it seems there are limitations to this. I have no idea who he was talking to, though. The shock must have been so great that he went crazy or something.
Yeah. He's an opponent we've already faced once, but we don't know what he will be capable of now that he's distorted. Take care.
Yeah. No need to worry, Director. Miss Library Director.
The library must eliminate regrets, new self, emergence.
Greetings, guest. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
The director who stripped my mistakes, who built my regrets.
As you already know, you can retrieve the book written on the invitation by entering here and overcoming these challenges.
Positive, eliminating mistakes.
May you find your book in this place.
And now we are going to bring Malkuth, Kelana, and Gregory Adalis. I think this should be a good enough team. Maybe. Kelana has self-sustain. Gregory Adalis has the power of RNG on his side. And Malkuth is Malkuth. So, Ulysses. Tabula Rasa, which is 25 charge at once. Upon a successful attack, gain some charge. If the character has 15 or more charge, restore 1 light instead. At the start of the scene, draw until... Basically, it's shimmering. If HP drops to 0, proceed to the next phase. Old Husk, gain 3 charge. On Clash, lose, gain 1 charge. On Clash, win, gain 2 light. Agony, gain 3 charge. On hit, gain up to 2 light. Fool's Scales. All dice on this page lose 5 power. On Clash Win, spend 2 charge to inflict 1 paralysis next scene, and on hit, spend 2 charge to inflict Fragile. Memories to be forgotten. Spend 3 charge to boost power of all dice on this page by +1. On hit, boost the next die by +2, and on hit, gain 6 charge. And finally, deleting data. Spend 6 charge to boost the power of all dice on this page by +2. 4 to 7, 6 to 10, and they both restore light. Up to 4, so this page, at its best, only costs 1 light. Here we go.
Shall I for myself? Regrets must eliminate memories those important.
Okay, so, here we go. Boop, boop. He is going to go for Memories to be Forgotten, Full Scales, Old Husk, and Agony. So, the only thing that we can really do is attempt to just, not die.
Shockwave!
We don't end up we don't end up winning the dodge. Get a little bit of healing in, and then we hit one of them. Skitter away. We dodge one and miss the other. Considering skittering away is not exactly the best card in the world, I'd like to say that did pretty well. However, it really fits with the whole Oswald theme of potentially really, really high rolls. We are going to go for Guest Cameo because it will get rid of it, and then we don't have to really worry about it anymore. We are going to go for Remorseful Grief into the Clone and the Rules of the Backstreet. And then we are going to attempt... Actually, you know what? We're going to do that, and then we're just going to hold off. Opening Ceremony!
Remorseful Grief.
Okay, very nice.
Squash. You will be squashed.
The power of RNG was unfortunately not on our side, but the power of drawing was. Happy memories. Here we go. I'm gonna go for Fervent Emotions. Into Rules of the Backstreets, we are going to go for Multi-Slash just because we can. Into, you know what, we're going to go for Extravaganza. And then we will finish off with a Pow Kablamo!
And then what I want to do, I'm going to go for Augury Kick and the Book of Light.
Yep, that's a kablamo.
Okay.
Fervid emotions, augury kick, and the book of light.
Look at those high rolls. You absolutely love to see it. I am going to go for... I'm going to go for a Clash. I want to do it on Kelana. At the same time... You know what? We're going to high roll with Malkuth. We're going to absolutely high roll. Okay, we easily... Oh. Apparently we can't use this? Okay, so we can't use that, so instead we're just going to go for...
The hammer that destroys everything.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna go for into Fervid Emotions, into the Clone, and then we could technically do another Extravaganza, so you know what? Bonk. We now have Magic Show, Showmanship, and the Ceremonial Atmosphere. Yes, you do in fact love to see it. Why don't we go for... Oh, ooh, you know what? I wanted to go for Climax. I decided not to. So instead, we're just gonna do a little bit of high rolling.
Guest cameo!
A staggering performance.
Malkuth can freaking high roll into oblivion!
Fervid emotions into the clone.
Gluttony. And then Wing Beat.
Yes, you love to see things such as this.
You know what? Let's Fervid Emotions. That's going to reduce the cost. And then I'm going to go for Shockwave and Extravaganza. Very good. And then we are going to go for a very simple high kick. Nameless Property can store up to 25 charges at once. Every time an ally gains charge, gain 1 charge as well. When using a combat page with an effect involving charge, all dice on that power gain +1. Shimmering, obviously, while this character is alive, Ulysses cannot be attacked. Once per scene, respond to a one-sided attack with a block dice. Its power increases proportionally to the amount of charge stored. He also has Shimmering and Mimosa and Ulysses. Each scene, while Nameless Property is alive, a random physical and stagger resistance becomes endured. Take damage when a Nameless Property is killed for every living Nameless Property. Inflict a random Librarian with Nullified Power. If both Nameless Properties are defeated, destroy this passive.
Here we go.
Pow kablamo!
Into the fervid emotions. The lion's
Claws are apparently not going to land. We are going to go for the counter die into the Augury Kick, which is going to be able to deal with that. We're going to go for a Skitter Away, which, as you know, we're filled with high rolls, so we're just going to go for another Skittle Away. We're going to go for the Unicycle Act, which is going to give us a crap ton of lifesteal. We're also going to be giving a little bit of protection to everybody, because, as you know, we're going to need a little bit of that, and now we should be able to finish off his people.
All right, here we go. The climax!
Excellent. Into the multi-slash, which you absolutely know we're gonna land those 150% of the time. We're also gonna go for Harpa, which doesn't do a whole lot in the way of damage. We're also going to go for the reflection into the Wing Beat. Excellent. And then we're also going to draw, which gives us a little bit of lifesteal back. So the thing we're going to want to do now is... we are going to go for the vines into the green stem. And now we are going to go for Polyphemus, which is shimmering at the shimmering and consequences of blindness. Upon death, give 3 permanent strength and fragile to Ulysses and deal stagger damage equal to 30% of their stagger resistance. Okay. And then he gains use a mass attack page periodically. If the character spent charge using combat pages in the previous scene, gain 1 strength and endurance at the start of the scene. Each scene, a random physical stagger resistance becomes endured. He's seemingly going for his own guy. Oh, dice on this page do not deal stagger damage. He is going for it. Sorry, I had to mute the music. I've had a little bit too much in the way of, you know, issues as of late, ever since the whole jealous flower thing, so I'd rather not deal with that again.
The hammer that destroys everything straight into
To the fervent emotions, he is going to go for the resentment. He's going to do quite a bit of damage to his ally, but we are going to potentially do even more. We're going to go for the cameo and hit absolutely nothing. That was pretty good. He's going to delete the data into the rebuilding part. Now, he is going to take some stagger damage because he did that. He is also just going to go for absolutely everything. Denied self. When clashing against pierced my eye, the page... Wait, the page has... Wait. Okay, so we need to stop him from... But we can't force him to clash. Okay, well, we did as much as we could. He went for denied self, so he is going to take a little bit of damage. We're going to hopefully high roll, and we do end up doing quite a bit of damage. However, he is going to make things really difficult on us, and then we're going to take quite a bit of damage. We are unable to do anything, so we are going to lose some light. Kilana is going to take freaking a ton of damage. He is almost staggered. However, he now gains a permanent amount of strength. So, the best thing we can do now is hope we don't die. No. So, I think we're basically just going to have to go for potentially green stem. I don't know on which page, but I'm willing to try it here. And then we can boost our power into because this has a pretty good chance of actually doing something. And then we're going to go right here. And as for what she's going to do, I think we're going to attempt to skitter away. Obviously, we know it's not, you know, going to work. But that's not going to stop us from trying, because here we go. Hopefully, we can get him staggered. Unfortunately, we do not. However, our attacks might still do it. Ow. We might get staggered and or killed in the meantime. He is high rolling into oblivion. We unfortunately do get staggered on both of our characters, so I think this is where this fight is unfortunately going to end. If we had been able to use our which gains a bunch of power if we're actually clashing, I think we might have been able to do it. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite work out that way. And, of course, always going for the broken dice, so I'm pretty sure Kilana is also going to be dead. Unless we can stagger this turn, but that does not seem likely. As is becoming tradition, this floor just didn't quite seem to be able to do it. Maybe I misplayed. I definitely see a little bit of room where Gregory Adalis' deck needs to be better, but hey, at least we tried, right? Now, why don't we bring a real... Well, not a real party, but you know what I mean. Basically, stronger. Ow! Didn't quite block it.
But now you will feel pain! Your resentment means nothing to us. You will be destroyed.
All that matters
Is that we are able to defeat you, and you will die. Ah! Good. Yes, excellent. You love to see things go well.
Whew. Okay, so Vera is basically dead. Not a lot to be done about that, but all we can do is perhaps feel a little bit of aspiration. Yeah, we can win that one, and then I'm gonna restore some light, and then immediately after, you know what we're gonna do? You probably do. We are just going to go for a little bit of value, and then we're just gonna go wabam, and we're gonna go waboom, and then we are out of light. And then, what I'm thinking, we could technically go for remorse. You know what? Maybe we should just go for remorse. Maybe we're feeling it. Yeah, you know what? We're feeling good. We're just gonna go for remorse. And then we're just gonna go for damage right here. Although it's going to hurt no matter what we do. Let's see what happens.
Aspiration.
Wow, it just flat killed his guys. Alright. Hey, that works for me.
Remorse. Now you feel pain. Victory.
Fixers tend to suppress their emotions because our job's greatly connected to death and betrayal. Especially the higher grade fixers. They're the ones that usually do all the dirty work, so they need something to protect themselves. And they do it by themselves. It's not that complicated. It's just kind of a mental defense mechanism. It's pretty difficult to work as a fixer without something to rely on. Many can't bear it and retire early. We've seen it many times. A death of a colleague or something similar. If I cared about every single thing like that, I wouldn't be able to stand it, so I just blame the dead or ignore them. Everyone gets by like that. Well, there are limits, as you just saw, but that's inevitable in the city.
That's how all people in the city live.
That's that, and this is this. Don't worry about it too much. By the way, that blue... What does he mean by sending him his nourishment to strengthen the library? I have no idea what he's thinking. Was it an extension of that saying?
He said that it was nutrients for the library to grow. Maybe the blue reverberation wishes for the library's growth.
What do they gain by furthering the library's growth? Sending a bunch of people to the library is possible. However, I don't see how that correlates with the orchestras and musical instruments he keeps talking about. What the is he planning?
We will only know it when it happens. For the time being, we have to be ready to face the blue reverberation and his ensemble by the time they come.
Yeah, guess so. Looks like everyone's here, including Karis.
What's the matter?
There he is. Took you long enough. There's not much time, so I'll make this quick. A while ago, the fourth pack was dispatched into the library to recover books about singularities, and they were annihilated.
So she's gone.
It seems that the library is able to harness the power of the victims they booked. So one of us has to retrieve said books. It has been decided that the Raven team will be dispatched this time.
I'll go.
No, I'll take care of this one. The early bird gets the worm. Your precision is notable, but it tends to take a while.
If you say so.
Team 1, you are to dispose what's left of the fourth pack first.
Head count?
15,000. I believe you'll be able to take care of this before sunrise. Team 3, you are to fulfill T-Corp's request.
About time.
Team 4, assist Team 1 with the disposal process.
Affirmative.
Looks like that's the end of that. I'll get going.
Quina, if you fail this mission,
I know. We're almost out of energy. I have it in mind. Moving out.
huh, even the Raven team is getting involved, huh?
It was to be expected. As long as our Corp Singularities is within the library, we can't avoid clashes.
To see the Raven team for myself.
You know the Raven team?
It's pretty secretive and kept under wraps, so I don't know much. Just heard that they took orders from high-ranking wing members, unlike the other packs.
This may be a challenge, then. Looks like some kind of archaeological site. Strange. I've seen many stars of the city, but this is anew. Welcome, dear guests. Raven Team 2, Leader Quina. You know what we're here for, no? The books you seek are in there, but... Cut the talk. We're not here to chat. Fine with me. I'm sick of receiving oldies like you or Nikolai. Aren't you a feisty one? May you find your book in this place.
Without further ado, it appears as though we need to bring a team that's underused. And we're also going to bring out another team that's underused. So, Quina. Don't know how to say that. Speed 3, Raven Suit can store up to 30 charges at once. After losing 70% of max HP during an act, change all resistances to endured for the rest of the act. If this character has 11 or more charge at the start of the scene, inflict 1 fragile to the enemy this character attacked last. Emotion Suppression Surgery. This character's emotion level is fixed at 3. At the start of the scene, restore 2 light. Charge Mastery. When using a combat page with an effect involving charge, all dice on the page gain +1 power. Deal 2 additional damage with one-sided attacks. Graze the grass twice. Kill Confirmation. If one-sided, all dice on this page gain +2 power. If the target is staggered, they gain +2 power. So is that potentially +4 power? That sounds nutty. Public Execution. Spend 6 charge to give all dice on this page on hit deal 2 stagger damage to all enemies. Dual Slash. Spend 5 charge to recycle all dice on this page once. All 1 of them. Concentration. Blood Spider Lily. On hit, spend all charge to inflict bleed next scene equal to the amount of charge spent. Huh. Scarlet Termination. It's a mass attack. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Gotcha. What do they have? Seemingly the same things, just less. They have 2 Graze of Grasses. End of the line. Gain 5 charge if the target's HP is at 50% or lower. All dice on this page gain +2 power. Okay. Kill Confirmation. Dual Slash. Doc was the knight. Spend 4 charge to reduce the power of all dice on the opponent's page by 1. On hit, deal stagger and damage. Deal stagger and damage. And the final one, reduce power of the current die by an additional 1. Okay, this is gonna be fun. We're really gonna need to single people out. So I guess we go for her first?
Or do we go for the squishier ones first? Even though that whole endured thing is kind of a problem. Here we go.
I prefer eating corpses. Living beings aren't to my taste.
Okay, well, that's, that is something that he said. Okay. Oh my god. She's already going for Scarlet Wait, what? It didn't say you were shimmering. Ugh. Well, apparently she gets this for free. Isn't that lovely? Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. That's really cool. I like it a lot. Well, time to show off our build then.
Unity!
Oh my god. You know what? Let's just go all in, and just pretend that none of this is gonna happen. I'm gonna go for Unity Coordination, and then I'm gonna go for Unity Justice, and then I'm gonna go for Unity Bulwark, and I'm gonna go for Unity Bolster, and then I'm gonna go for... Doesn't really matter what I go for, because, we're using them all. So, I'm gonna draw and get some light, if you don't mind. I'm then also, believe it or not, gonna draw and get some more light. And bolster. Alright, here we go. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so we're all bleeding immensely. Very good. Ow. I don't know why they don't have sound effects, but that's alright. Okay. The Unity build might not be very strong against them.
Ah! Unity! Bolster!
Okay. Provided we can make it past turn 1, I'm pretty confident with this. Oh, you're all going for me, huh? Then I'm gonna take some reduced damage. We can't use Unity Hope. Okay. Then I guess we're just going to die. Well, the idea is there for this floor, but apparently they didn't want to hear it. Ugh! You know what? Them attacking Kura isn't that bad of a thing, considering he is like mega tank. Ah, yep. Uh-huh.
Unity. Ah, wah. Be gone.
Oh, so close to death.
Eh.
Gotcha. Pain. Meow. Now what? Huh. All of our people with the 4-cost one died. That's nice. And coordination? No, no coordination? Alright, counter dice it is. Here we go. Ow.
Yep. Unity. Feel my embrace. Out of danger.
Oh! Danger for me, apparently.
Ow. Unity. Hope.
And unlock.
Courage.
Alright, one down. So, we've got Big Boss down. And we've got one of the minions down. Oh, good, we have no Unity pages. That's what I like to see. That's When you ask me what I like to see, that's what I like to see. Okay, let's go for Unity Bolster. And here we go. This is going to be a bad turn. We don't have all of our Unity stuff going. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. Multi-slash clashing.
Ow! Oh, pain! It awaits me.
Well. May as well buff ourselves out. Oh, loses light? Oh, yeah? Loses light? Don't mind if I do? Oh, now we get fiction. Thanks. Thanks. Now is when we really needed it. Okay, Da Capo. Into... You have Unity cards, don't you? Into love. And then... I want... Bulwark? Who's the lowest? You have 86. You might die, so I'm gonna do that into bolster. Here we go. Let us play them a song. A friendly song. A song they will not soon forget. Okay, I was kind of hoping you'd be staggered. This is, not good. Ow! Eh! Aha! Okay, we did end up getting him. Ow. Bulwark did not quite work. But Bolster did. Concentration. We, unitilizing. We're unitying. Draw. Something good. Alright, not the worst thing in the world. And then multi-slash.
And then what are we gonna do here? I hear you asking?
So we're getting happiness? Ugh. I bolster justice. Okay, there goes our turn.
Oh, that's death. Happiness. Multi-slash.
Still alive for now. Flower petals. It's flower petals. You know what? Flower petals. And then we'll go for our galaxy. Alright, let's see what we can do here, boys. This is so stupid. I'm kind of shocked that we're actually getting this far. See, in theory, the Unity floor is really, really strong. However, we had an extraordinarily bad opening. Okay, well, Sam's dead. Ugh. Ha! Ow. Ah. So close. So close. We're so close. Hang on. There's gotta be something. We don't have enough.
Or do we? Our galaxy!
And unlock.
Death reigns upon you.
With that extra +2 dice power, that right there, my friends, is the easiest victory of our life. Our galaxy relies on us working together. Holy crap. Oh, I cannot believe. I am, like, that was legit the worst pot. Okay. When I show the builds at the end,
you'll understand why that was literally the worst possible outcome, and we still did it. That right there shows that this floor, insane.
Something on your mind?
I have a feeling that won't be the last we see of them.
They surely do not look like the persistent type. Oh, they surely do look.
I'm sure they'll come back for round 2.
Whatever the case, they sure are annoying.
Well, that's how the wings are, after all.
Please have mercy.
Situation handled. All squadrons return. Current status.
300 left, sir. But we may have a problem.
What is it?
I'll explain. Team 2 was wiped out in the library.
We should have gone instead.
As such, we're sending Team 1 in. It has casualties, but Team 1 has a higher mission success rate than Team 2. Here's the invitation to the library.
We'll leave as soon as we're ready.
We have faith that you'll be able to harbor better results.
Moving out.
I knew this would happen. Looks like this team has a different style of combat.
Is it a problem? We have the Black Silence right here. It's fine for now. Nothing too big. Looks like you have a reception to prepare for. Welcome, dear
Looks like I can't behead you in one stroke. Expected.
What's the meaning of this?
The gloves of the Black Silence. Didn't expect to see you in a place like this. Surprising.
You alright, Angela?
Thanks, Roland. I'll leave the rest to you.
Go get some rest.
To disappear suddenly without a trace one day. So you became a guard dog of that monster Black Silence. Barking when its owner gets hurt.
I'm not the only dog here.
Enough chatter. You know what we're here for.
Yeah, let's get this over with already. Yeah, spelled wrong. I've had enough of talking to you. Alright, here we go. Emotion oh my god! 1,000 health.
500 stagger resist. Okay. This character's emotion is fixed at 3. This character cannot be targeted. Okay, so he's Argalia. The hunt begins. All allies gain 5 charge. All other allies take 5 damage and gain 1 strength. Inflict 1 fragile to all enemies. Oh, good. And then they seem to just be the same. Okay, well, there's 2 acts. Don't think I didn't see that. Here we go. All right. Without further ado. So, we just can't stop him from doing any of that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a sucky turn, but here we go.
Empty resolution. The empty dance.
Ow. Ow. Ah. Prevented some damage.
Unfaltered.
Ow. Multi-slash.
This one looks tasty.
Ow. Okay, counter dice didn't go so well. Man, so what I'm getting is the hardest thing about these ravens is the first turn. If you can survive that first turn, it seems like you're pretty much good to go. Here we go. Big damage all around. Ow. Protection for all.
Luster. Mince meat.
Ow. Wow, we didn't win those. Okay, put some bleed on him. Opening ceremony. Oh, almost clashed it all.
Crimson claws.
And then dead to burn. Okay. Slash dice gain power. Takes dagger damage when a slash attack does not connect. Glimmer, surprise gift. Clashes against a character. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. Cocoon on Caius, because he's still basically rolling for max.
Death. It comes for you. Cross.
Ah! I was gonna say crossblade, but that went well.
Empty dance.
Yeah, that'll do.
Tackle mount. Your blood is mine.
Okay. Ow. Taking some damage. Shockwave. Blade unlocked. A bit late. But you know what? It's a thought that counts. Okay. You know what? We're blade unlocked. I'm just... You know what? Go for it. Staggered immediately. Goodbye. Nice.
There's none left to hear gratitude. My condolences. You all have served your purpose well. It bought us some time. Now, with intel of our opponents, begin extermination phase.
Karis. That sounds like Caius. Okay, shimmering, 1,000 health, 400 stagger resist. Oh, goody. After losing 70%. So once he's at 300 health, he gains endured to everything. Nice. Emotion level is fixed at 3. HP cannot drop below 600. When HP drops to 600, lose Raven implants and emotion surgery, then proceed to the next phase. When using a combat page with charge, gain +1.
Public execution. Spend 6 charge to give all dice on this... Oh, we already know that. Decapitate. Silent rampage. Oh, that's tiny. Spend 8 charge to destroy all of the opponent's dice. If charge is lower than 8, destroy opponent's next dice. Okay. Life and death. Gain 1 strength and 1 fragile next scene. And on hit, gain 2. So up to 3 strength. Gain 8 charge. If HP is at 50% or lower, all offensive dice on this page deal twice as much damage on hit. Spend all charge to increase damage and stagger damage equal to the amount of charge spent. Knight of the Ravens. All allies gain 10 charge. Okay, it's a good thing you don't have allies. Or do you? I'm not happy with how much damage Kitteh has taken. Especially considering Kitteh is our tank. Which means Sheeta's been doing exactly what Kitteh wants to do. Taking all the damage. However, not good. Under 50%. Very bad.
Analysis complete.
I don't think he has enough dice. What do you guys think? I think he's Sable termination. Paralysis, paralysis, bleed. Ease what remains. Silent rampage, decapitate. Oh my god. Come on. Okay, well. Seems like we don't have much of a choice. All we can do is try to defeat this menace. No matter how we do this, it's gonna suck. That could have been worse. Void Star. Oh, nice! Good going, Sarah. Couldn't stop that one. Oh, look at all those debuffs. Okay, we all gain some protection. Kitteh might go down.
The Crimson Claws.
Shockwave, bit of burn, bit of bleed. Empty resolution. So I think the way we're gonna do this is by staggering him. That's at least what it seems like. Oh boy. The sound effects can't even keep up, he's moving so fast! Okay, bit of bleed. Block! Block! Blah! Almost. Multi-slash. Enemies lose 1 power and clashes against. Inflict 1 bind and fragile next scene. Ooh, lose 1 power, huh? All block dice. Gain power equal to the number of defensive dice. Hang on. So, for the most part, it's just gonna be +1 power. So, it is good, but not good enough. Meal. I don't think that'll be good enough. Alertness is something I'm kind of leaning towards. Obsession, however... You know what? Let's get obsessed. I want to, there it is. Okay. Wow, he lost a lot of his pages. Okay, here we go. Big turn. Luster.
Meh.
The empty dance. With the Ouroboros skin, it looks so much more like threatening. Multi-slash. Still got 7 bleed. Here we go.
You will be mine. You will be mincemeat.
26 bleed. 32. Okay, so many debuffs. 34. The sickle of Nil. Ow. Okay, is that 600? I kind of want to do funny prank because Caius is high rolling a lot. However, page with friend gains 2 to 4 power. You know what? Crimson is a friend to all. And then we can go with Red eyes. Oh dear.
Karis, you. What are your plans? That's why you keep looking at me, isn't it?
What exactly is this? Animosity. And he lost 2 of his things. Auto-tracing optical implants, we already know that. Charge mastery. Malfunctioning surgery, gain twice as many emotion points. At combat start, gain 4 counter dice. Blunt. Oh, they're all blunt, I see. On a successful hit with the counter die, recover 15 stagger resist. This character dies upon becoming staggered. I'm sorry? He what now? Fearness. 2 random opponents will be unaffected by power-related effects at the beginning of the scene. If this character defeats Animosity, adds a special combat page, Blackout Assault. Mass Summonation 50 to 50. On hit, stagger target. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Woo! I don't know why there's no sound. There's like sound for some things, but not sound for... I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Tackle mounds.
Ow. Oh, pain. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sheeta.
Did you really lose to these lot?
Ow. Huh. Huh. Ow. Okay.
We have become awoken. Memories of the past. Season the meat. Huh?
Ah, what a low roll. I was so excited for that to hit for like 1,000,000 damage. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay, we're good.
Sorrow and hatred.
So they're doing about 11 stagger damage every time they hit him. Aha! Hey! Ego! So what's he doing now? A lot weaker things? Well, that means that we can deal with him. Book of Light. Ooh, Absolute Zero? You know what? Why not? Why not? Oh, Hypothermic Death, though? Like, actually, nah. Well, he has 5 bind. Alright, alright. You convinced me. We'll go for Hypothermic Death. And then I think that's all we have room for. We're gonna go for Scarlet Horizon. We're gonna go for Sanguine Desire. And then we're gonna hit him with a little bit of the snake. Snake. And then, you know what? We're just gonna go all in right here, including with Red Eyes. And then we don't really need to use these. I guess we could technically draw, but I'm not seeing a big point to. So what I think we're going to do instead, we're going to protect the Hod, go for Void Star, go for Luster, and go for Sickle of Nil. However, I want Luster to be the one that actually hits, so here we go.
Eradication!
Does it pull all of them?
Hypothermic death.
Ugh. Where are all the sound effects? It's so quiet. Even the music. I don't know why there's nothing. Wow, you have a lot of counter die. Oh, I see. We have to get rid of the counter die so that he doesn't kill the animosities. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I am amazed we didn't just get staggered.
Red Eyes. Scarlet Horizon.
Ow. Good? Eh. Ah. We might just flat kill him.
Sorrow and hatred.
Oh, they're gonna kill him.
This is how I must bear the burden of my sins.
We only lost one person! What can I say? We're just too powerful for our own good at this rate. Woohoo! Are you feeling better, Angela?
It was a split second, but I thought I might die there. Ironically. Looks like I'm still not fully human.
And about that Karis, I expected him to be a cold-blooded mercenary. He was surprisingly sympathetic.
Why should they go that far?
That's what a life of a fixer is like. You won't survive for long in the city with unnecessary personal bonds. Everyone goes on living their lives like this because that's just how the city is. That's that, and this is this. I feel like I've said something similar not that long ago. Okay, so I went ahead and fixed up everybody's build a little bit because some builds were definitely lacking. So I'm going to go through every single character because in the next few episodes, I think we're going to do some pretty big stuff. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to go through all the builds. Hopefully I can go through them in a somewhat manageable time. So Malkuth still has Oswald's build. As we can see, it's a very dodged-focused build. We have Enhanced Thought Gear, Yoon's Art of Defense, Fervor, Unstable Charge. Just for a little bit of extra go-go juice. Kilana, still largely the same. Nothing much has changed with her build. Obviously, she gains a little bit of lifesteal synergy. She gains a lot of dice power. I'm trying Brace Up because we discard a page, which does suck, but then we draw 2. And considering we're going to be using clones for the most part, if we discard a Brace Up, that is like the ideal scenario. Her build is largely untouched. Health Hauler, Twin Hauler, is it not supposed to be Mauler? Own Tempo, and Raven Implants, because if she lifesteals enough to where she actually loses 70% of her max HP, she then practically becomes unkillable. And that, combined with all of her battle symbols, yeah, she's gonna be an absolute late-game monster if she can make it to that. Gregory Adalis is all about the RNG blunt power. So he is using the Gruesome Hammer page, and he's pretty much all about the RNG. He's got Quantum Leap, Refraction, Dimensional Sections, Concussion, and Puppet Skeleton just for a little bit of extra go-go juice. He has the 8 o'clock Ringmaster because that 1% for the extra 20 stagger. You love to see it. Evo Knight is using a little bit of like a Gabura style page with Shield of the Ego. It is literally all defensive power, and it's actually stronger than Blockma, just with a little bit less block dice. So yeah, pretty simple. Gas Mask Dave is the ultimate piercer with, obviously, Esther's page, which, while it's not technically all about pierce, the main power, the main, like, special dice of it is all about pierce. So I kind of thought it was fitting. We have a lot of low-rolling dice. Obviously, Wedging Thorn and Frontal Assault and Mend Weapon are not great. However, with Mend Weapon, we're getting +1. We're getting +2 from Stiletto, +1 from Wedge. we are going to be getting another +1 while we are in Blade Unlocked, and then we have a chance to proc all of these effects right over here. Now, I know that there is a mask that allows us to get even more Pierce, but come on, this is his drip. We can't get rid of the drip. So yeah, it's basically all about Pierce. And then, of course, we have old reliable Yesod, who is literally all about blunt damage. As you can see, he does a lot of it. We also have a little bit of status ailment synergy, considering he gets the ego page where every time he lands a blunt, he inflicts paralysis and bind, I think it is. So having Chorus of the Climax and Musicians of Bremen is just kind of obvious. Not Ayin is the Puppet Master with Jahan's page. Obviously, we have a lot of light synergy. And then we have a little bit of interesting gimmicks. Not only do we have charge synergy, because we want to make use of the Veteran Commander, but we also have the Straining Strings and the Reverb Ensemble's Puppeteer. As for his passives, Fervor, 4 trigrams, the Triple R Suit, and the Cold Rain Workshop. Because we just want him to get as much... Basically, we're making him a little bit of a late-game scaler, but in the defense sense. At least that's what my theory is. It kind of works. It really just depends. Ingvar has seen a little bit of a rework. He is now basically a super, super heavy hitter with a little bit of overcharge and ready position value. He's all about getting a ton of strength. As you can see, on use, gain 2 strength. On hit, gain 2 strength. And then he's got a lot of light and draw synergy. Solitude gives him more strength. And then we can use Ripple to make use of overcharge, which, when we use Ripple, not only will it inflict bind, but 5% chance to boost offensive dice power by +1 on scenes where charge was spent. So with all of that strength and the use of Ripple, I believe he is going to be extremely strong. And we also have Fervor, Polyphemus' page, which allows us to sort up to 25 charge, and when using a combat page, all dice on the page gain power based on the number of charge spent this act. +1 power per 8 stacks up to 5, and then Flaming Bat just for a little bit of extra value. And then Mao, who basically hasn't changed at all about applying a crap ton of burn, not only to herself, but to enemies. And very simple. We have the inflict twice as much, gain +1 power at emotion level 3, and solidarity for a bit more strength. That way we're able to land a bit more. Icebox has Tanya's page, and another really interesting one, at least I think so. This is all about gaining charge and preparing for the late game. You might be seeing a trend with this floor. We have this helmet, I would argue maybe we shouldn't keep, but meh. We have Space Ripper, which is going to give us a little bit of value whenever we spend charge. Finally, Aged Experience for when we do get to the late game. Pitch Black Pulverizer, which is after Guts activates, which is our revive. We have a 6% chance to gain +1 dice power for the rest of the reception. Super, super nice. We also then have a tiny bit of block synergy, mainly for the counter dice and because of how many blocks we actually have. And then we have Maximum Crash. So if the character has 20 or more charge at the start of the scene, they deal 50% more damage and receive 30% less. Raven Suit and the Raven Implants. Reason being, Raven Implants. When we die and activate Guts, Raven Implants will be active for an entire health bar. That seems pretty dang OP. And then we have the floor we just used, being Hod to start off, who is all about pure aggression. Also, yes, I know that she has 2 block dice. I know. It's like, oh my god, Shadow's using defensive dice on Hod. But trust me, there's a good reason for it. So, as for what Hod has, obviously it is a build that's all about doing as much damage as physically possible. Because not only do we get the blade unlock state, but then we have the index things, which have a chance to boost each of the damage types. We have regular gifts, which have a chance to boost each of the damage types. At emotion level 3, we gain +1 power, and depending on our emotion level, we gain up to an additional +2 power. Pretty solid, if you ask me. And then we have Sheeta, who is all about defending the team, buffing them up. This build, honestly, I think needs a lot of reworking. I don't think this build is very good anymore. So I will take some suggestions on how to make it better. But, for the moment, it is all about kind of being defensive, giving protection, and, of course, using the Ujat stuff. Which consists of the boss's orders at the start of the scene give 1 protection to 2 random allies, threefold tenacity every 3rd offensive dice gains +1 power, and from the 4th scene onwards, gain +1 power to everything instead. All of them gain +1 power rather than just the 3rd. And then we have Hannah for all, which changes our resistances to endured based on the damage we took. Sarah is using Liu Ye's set. It's a little bit of a tricky one to use, but I'm kind of happy with how it's turned out. Opening Ceremony is probably the card I would want to swap out for either a draw card or another light card. But the only thing we're using on her is Fervor, Corpse Cleanup for the little bit of extra healing, and Jack's Page for more healing. Overall, pretty simple build, but I think it's quite effective. We then have Crimson, who is all about the bleeds. Class and Respect for bleed. Serpent Sword because / bleed. Inflict +1 bleed. Inflict +1 bleed. +1 bleed. Are you seeing the trend? This is all about bleeding. And of course, we don't have room for too terribly much, so we have Digging Shank, which is +1 stack, and upon a successful / attack, inflict 1 bleed with Twin Mauler. And Caius, who has the Magical Girl of Fictions page, and it's pretty simple. Climax, I think, is just going to be really solid because he's going to be high rolling a decent amount with this build, but as for what it has... All for Hannah, which gives us endured based on damage we took. The 12 Fixers boost the minimum roll value of all dice by +2. At emotion level 3 or higher, also boost the maximum by +1. And Unstable Charge just for a chance to gain +1 strength. And I believe that does stack with Fiction, which the minimum and maximum die roll value is at +1. So, yeah. He's probably the new powerhouse of the floor, because he could just kind of do that from the get-go, whereas Hod needs to scale up. Alright, here we go. The floor I know some of you are very, very excited for, so here's what we got. This floor is all about unity. Every single person has unity cards, which is why that battle went so poorly, because we have an entire strategy. So, obviously all Unity cards, and you're going, all their decks are basically the same. Multi-slash, which is draw and light, draw and light, draw and light. And then we have this one, Unity Fiction. It causes everybody using Unity pages to discard their hand and draw 3 pages. Now you might be saying, Shadow, that sounds like a horrendous idea. Well, it would be if everybody didn't have Bottom Deal, which makes us draw an additional 1 page. So if we go from like 1 page to 4 pages, just from one person using 1 card, that seems pretty good. And everybody also has this, which is, at the end of the scene, a random enemy's resistance to a random damage type changes from endured to normal. Very, very powerful. Obviously, it's going to be largely the same. The only one who does not have the draw value is Kura, and that's because we just didn't have enough pages for it. Now, here, we do have bottom deal and stacking the deck, so a little bit extra. And then margin, which is if our hand is empty, we gain more light. Remain vigilant is just nice for having the extra stagger resist. And then, of course, in times like these, if 3 or fewer are in hand at the end of the scene, gain 1 strength. And then, of course, we have the Storm Reaver with more of the same, with a little bit of RNG for Sam, just because you can never go wrong with RNG. And then Isabel is quote, the powerhouse, but yeah, they all basically have the same build. The only difference is who has what Unity card, and some people have Unity Hope, which doubles the effect, while other people have Unity Fiction, which discards our hand and makes it so that we draw more pages. And then, of course, we have Tifereth, who is just using her Magical Girl page. Very, very simple, not a whole lot to it. But we are using Unrelenting, Pierce Stagger Damage, Pierce Power, Blunt Power, and Blunt Stagger. Basically, just, nice all-around build. Very, 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 very simple. Amaterasu, who is still using the Bremen's page, and I really like how his build has turned out. So, obviously, he has the Blade Unlocked passive, which, considering he's using all damage types, just seems incredibly strong. He doesn't have very much stagger resistance, so there are times where he might just flat die. But for the most part, it seems like it's pretty dang good. He has lock potential, as I previously mentioned, breaking pressure just to make it so we can fight defensive dice a little bit easier, and solidarity for +1 strength at all times. Kinsey, who normally looks like this, but is wearing a very special pink love outfit, is, well, the Magical Girl of Courage. She is all about blunt. And as we can see from the passives, that reflects that pretty well. When using a page whose original cost is 3 or higher, all dice on that page gain +1 power. Blunt, 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 blunt. Right. Easy enough. It's literally just an all blunt page. It's like Yes Odd, but not quite. Sosa, who is the Magical Girl of Justice, is all about Pierce. Pierce, 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 Pierce. So much Pierce, it literally undoes the negative downside of Justice, because we gain +3 at all times, whereas this is -2 if it's a one-sided attack. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Lily is using the uncorrupted Vermilion Cross. She has finally overcome her corruption, and now she is ready to battle alongside us. She is all about basically lighting herself on fire and lighting the enemy on fire. And she's also going to gain stacks of heat thanks to the Vermilion Cross. So overall, she is a very, very powerful build. At least I think so. She is using the corrupted Vermilion Cross's stuff, though, so she has Overdrive, Sanguine Husk, the Stigma Workshop Weaponry for more burn, heat-resistant suit so that she's not burning quite as much, and Jack just for a little bit of constant HP regen. But of course, we are still getting extra HP regen from moves like Chi Wen. Yeah, no, that's it. The Red Mist Gebura has the exact same page that you've seen again and again. But her passives are a little bit different. Mio's Prowess, obviously, and Bara Resistance, just to make her a little bit more tanky, although she could probably do well from, like, the Health Mauler and stuff, and Unstable Charge, because strength stacking. Roberto has Stormweaver's page, not Cygnus. All in all, he's all about smoke, and yeah, that's basically it. Just a smoke deck. He also has the Give All Out, which is going to be super, super nice. But as for what passives he has all of the Ujat stuff, Arnold's page, and Dalek's page, just for a little bit of paralysis synergy with the loss of have senses. Kyle is still the Zhao build, with every fire thing under the sun. He has Flaming Brand, Plumed Echelon, the Volatile Passion, Furious Fire, Rending the Skies, which is you have a chance to double your fire, and Lulu's Bat just for a little bit of extra. So that every time he attacks, there's a chance he applies 3 burn instead of just 2. Kingsley is the ultimate RNG deck. As you can see, Unlock is just reliable. Multi-slash, again, reliable. Will of the City, same deal. And then all of his other pages have to do with RNG. He is spinning the wheel. And you can see that much because he has Tactical Recovery. The first die that rolls max heals you. The first die that rolls minimum recovers stagger resist. And rigged cards, which buffs us up quite a bit. And then we have Twin Hauler just for the little bit of extra sustain so he can do his RNG Mugubbins. Myra changed her build very, very slightly. Instead of Indoctrinate, we now have Meat Gear of Enhancement, which gives us up to 2 strength to 2 people. Other than that, her deck is largely the same. Smoke Overflow, Immediate Repairs, Madness, which seems to only proc Fragile, and Smoke Addiction for that extra bit of power. And the Smoke Synergy on the floor. Okay, here is the absolute biggest changed floor out of every single floor. I am so freaking proud of this floor. I'm so excited to tell you guys about this floor. I feel like I've min-maxed it to high heaven. So here we go. Ulysses' page on Cheesed, obviously because he's the patron librarian. Mechanical Cocoon, which basically makes charge a little bit more effective. Rebuilding Heart, give charge to all allies. Value, if user has 5+ charge, draw a page for every other ally with 5+ charge. And Nameless one, spend all charge, gain 1 strength for every 7 charges spent. And then of course, Broken Cane, charged shield, and energy discharge. So we're gaining practically a permanent +1 strength, +1 endurance, and we're slowly stacking power. Ivan has Rudolph's page. And as you can see, it's only getting better. Memories to be Forgotten. Spend 3 charge to boost all power. And then, of course, gain 6 charge. Rebuilding Heart. Give charge to all allies. Value. Draw for every other ally with 5+ charge. Mind Whip. Just kind of nice. And then Knight of the Ravens in emergency situations. All allies gain 10 charge. And as you can see, this is going to be a common trend. Everybody pretty much has, like, every charge-related gift that they can. Ivanko has less. He's using Unskilled Amateur because we want him to get staggered so that he can make use of Rudolph's page. And of course, Raven Suit, Raven Implants, and Emergency Resuscitation Protocol. Ivanko is basically the tank of the floor. Grapes on Vine has become the ultimate bunny ninja with Mio's page, which has set things, so we can't really change it. I just think he looks so freaking cool. This entire floor looks so cool, but the one thing that I would say is, like, maybe this helmet instead. I really like how this one looks, but honestly, I'm gonna stick with Starved Rabbit. But as for what he's got, Compressed Charge Stimulated Muscle Force, which is if we have 11 or more charge, gain 1 haste. Broken Cane, which we gain power. Charge Mastery. When you have an effect involving charge, all dice gain +1 power. Cozy has Karis's page, which pretty good. End of the line. Rebuilding Heart, we're giving charge to everybody. Value, we're drawing based on everybody else. Erase what remains. If target's HP is at 50% or lower, all offensive die deal twice as much. We also spend all of our charge, and then we have Sable termination, just as a little bit of extra oomph. As for what we're using Broken Cane, Charge Shield, and Energy Discharge. So a permanent +1 endurance, +1 strength. And here's where it all gets rounded out. Bong Bong, who you might have noticed has swapped floors with Sam, is using Nikolai's page, which, as expected, has Rebuilding Heart, Knight of the Ravens, Disposal, and Value. Now, the thing that makes this so interesting, if the character has 11 or more charge at the start of the scene, give 1 strength and endurance to all allies. Everybody permanently gets, essentially, +2 strength, +2 endurance forever. And that's with us scaling the entire time. And with finishing touches, we're also going to be dealing extra damage. And then, of course, Charge Shield, Energy Discharge, and Broken Cane. I am so excited to try out this floor in the next episode. This floor, in theory, seems so freaking broken. Obviously, there's a little bit of a color scheme going on here. A lot of blue, a lot of orange, a lot of black. It's so good. I am so happy about this freaking floor. I'm so hyped up to try it out. And then, of course, we come to Bina's floor, which Bina is the exact same, except with uncorrupted stuff. Marcos Jr. is, of course, the support of the floor. You cannot get better than Marcos Jr., especially because of the love passive, combined with the Ujat stuff and your shield, just so we can actually win a couple clashes, because I noticed without it, we were kind of struggling a little bit. Yukari is the ultimate lifesteal champion, obviously, using Elena's page. Lifesteal is just a given. We are using the Kizuna just to start ourselves at a little bit reduced health so that we could start making use of our gifts earlier on. And then we're using Health Hauler, Mind Hauler, and Twin Hauler. Very, very, very simple. Irina is using... well, not... Azazel is using Irina's page. However, I was debating giving him Zena's page once we get that from the true head suppression, so look forward to that. But for the moment, Irina's page is just a really nice, tanky sort of deal. With the Cold Rain Workshop, the Somber Icy Night, Grit, just to reduce stagger damage a little bit, and Nuovo Fabric, because I, for the life of me, cannot make Argalia's page work with the rework. And then, of course, we have Sombor wearing the adorable, the wonderful, the pair-matching, lovely set of pink Adoration armor. And of course, he is just using the Enforcer's page with 2 trails, because they, evolve whenever you use one of his other forms. 2 expirations, because they also evolve. I forgot my window was open. 1 field mod, just to reduce all the costs, and reduce a card from his deck. And 1 opening ceremony, to reduce the costs, and reduce a second card from the deck. With the ever omnipresent multi-slash, draw 1 page, restore 2 light, draw 3 light, draw 1 page, and of course, restore 3 light. I was gonna say draw 3 light. As for what he's using, it is extremely simple. He's using Health Hauler, Mind Mauler, Twin Hauler, and Fervor. Very, very simple. He's, basically, this floor just doesn't die. This floor has so much sustain, it's crazy. And it's debatable that Sombor doesn't even need that much sustain, especially with Marcos Jr., but it does make it easier on Marcos Jr., having 2 people that restore a ton of life. So, you know. And after that, we finally return to Blockma, who is all about the blocks. You simply can't outblock the Blockma, unless you're Evo Knight now, but hopefully we can find something to change that in the future. Also, really nice rounded numbers, 105, 60. You love to see it. Kaden Ryder is the messenger, with a overall pretty simple deck, a little bit of charge synergy, not too much, but enough to get by. With basically just the free page, 1 extra light, 1 extra speed die, health recovery, and double recovery, with the Art of Defense and Fervor. Abby is, more so than the other two, all about burning herself and the enemies. Largely the same deck, but with a lot more self-burn. We have the Dark Cloud Blade, Razor Strike just for a little bit of extra oomph. We have the, they take stagger damage based on burn, Guardian, which will help us out in the first turn, and Light of Daybreak for a little bit of extra stagger. Yeah, I'd say this one is definitely all about just lighting herself and the enemy on fire. Mainly because of Burning Sword, which we're going to get so much value out of. Dietrich Floyd has Alan's page, and this is all about Pierce. Another just Omega Pierce deck. Obviously, Stiletto is going to be giving us Pierce, Wedge, you've seen it before. Wedge, Remain Vigilant in Peace for the extra stagger, although we don't fully need it. Fervor, and Jack for the constant regen. Annabelle is the magical girl of happiness. She is all about blunt, and there's not much else to it. She has Lion's Fist, Puppet Skeleton, and Fervor. Now you might be asking, why Fervor instead of the... If anything costs 3 or more, it gains +1 power. Well, easy. She only has 2 cards that cost 3 or more. So we wouldn't get as much value out of that. Roland, who's technically Angela, has the same page as you've seen last time. It is all about light synergy with a couple really heavy hitters. It's just a really nice all-around deck. We are using Anbara Resistance to make sure that we can't exactly be one-shot. We're using Bright, the extra speed die, Twin Hauler, and every time we win a clash, we gain +1 health and stagger resist. Sally is using Dog's page, which is just Omega, debatably our best page at our disposal. And the fact we got it so early just makes it that much more special. She has a lot of Pierce power with a little bit of Blunt power, just so if she does get the Hammer and Nail Ego page, she can make use out of it. Her stuff is really simple. She has the gain up to +2 defensive dice power, gain up to +2 offensive dice power, and grit to make sure that she doesn't get staggered quite as often. Vera is still the #1 slash build in the entire library. No one outslashes the Vera. She is using the Dark Cloud Blade, Fervor, and the Reindeer treatment just for the extra bit of strength. Yeah, she's literally all about slash. No one outdoes her, because not only does she have Snake Slit, she has the strength from getting lower health, she has the coercion strength, overthrow giving +3 slash dice power, Violet Blade to make use of all of it, and then a decent amount of light and card draw. Jeffrey is the ultimate magician of sorts, although he has his downsides. I tried to make him a little bit of a smoke build. He's kind of a tricky one to pull off. I don't think it's bad, but I think he could be a lot better. He has Grit, Sooty Thwack, Puffy Broom, and Smoke Addiction. Overall, pretty simple. And finally, Amber, who has 2 taste tests just to give a little bit of tank, 3 freedoms because it draws 2 pages on use, Analysis of Armor Breakthrough to gain an extra 3 strength. You love to see that. It is ranged, which is why Vera's not using it. The Wing Stained by Blood, which is just a really nice, powerful card, and Negative Phase Shock, which, unless they have Shimmering, is extremely good. Despite how low her stats are, she is also immensely tanky. she has Unstable Spell, Acrobatic, and Solidarity. So I believe that is going to do it for this episode of the Library of Ruina. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm overall pretty proud of a majority of builds. However, if you think any builds can be a lot better, be sure and let me know. I'm definitely not the best build maker in the entire world. But I will say, this floor right here is probably my number one builds. Like, this floor, the entire synergy of the floor, I think is just going to be stupidly powerful. It is going to by far be the strongest charge floor that we've ever seen. And I am so freaking excited to use it. I think Netzach's floor is interesting, but I think it just needs a little bit more of an edge. All of the Unity stuff is really, really good. I feel like the reducing their stats from Endured to Normal is also just a really solid thing, especially since multiple people on the floor are doing it. But I think this floor could maybe use a little bit of help, or at the very least, we just need a good opener. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of Library of Ruina. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will see you
In the next one.
bye.